Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Pride and Peddlers. We have done tremendously well. We made an absolute killing during the market crash, which is very funny to say altogether. And we're continuing to remain on the up and up. Just before we start, though, I do want to remind everybody that if you haven't joined the Discord quite yet, the link is in the description as well as the main channel page. Would very much appreciate it if you did, because I want to start some community-based events and make sure they go on throughout the entire 2025 and for the rest of the longevity of this channel, which will probably go until I'm 85. To be perfectly honest, fingers crossed that this becomes my main thing, because oh my god, it's so much fun and I really enjoy every single day of being able to record. That is not said with sarcasm. It did sound like it, but it's definitely not. Along with that, Pride and Peddlers, it's looking like it's going a little bit on the up and up as well as far as viewership is concerned, so I'm happy about that. I am putting a lot more work into this scenario than I am actually for the expert campaign, more so because I really want to get the gold with this one. The only problem is that we have to sell 500,000 tons of goods, and we're not even close to half. So, I am doing my best. Bear with me. I'm trying to do as many skips, but still keep everybody in the loop. Sorry, just so we can all be on the same page. So we're gonna stop spinning. Look how much money I've actually made from this whole market crash BS. And show you something cool. We're having another inflation event happen soon, so that means more fur coats. And you know what I want to try to get this time? Some pocket watches. I think those two are actually going to be pretty damn decent, and it's fantastic because it's negative event after negative event after negative event. I legitimately have not received a single positive event ever, and something exploded. Shocker. I it does not matter what regardless of whatever the hell I'm doing, there has to be some explosion, right? It really does not matter anymore. You know what, for good measure, there it is. Okay, so I have two clippers over here. I have the Carthago, it's a really cool name. I like that one. And the Puerco Invicto, of whom now they are going to be purchasing some really cool stuff. So, fur coats, cheap as hell. Gonna do that right now. Actually, let me go from here, and I'm gonna open trade route from good old Carl. We're gonna purchase all of his fur coats, and we're gonna bring him over to Nova Prosperitum now. And then we're going over here to the Puerco Invicto, and we're going to do the same thing, except I want to buy the pocket watches because they're dirt cheap, actually. That's fantastic, because I want to get and stockpile as many of these things as possible. I can even go so far as to actually go ahead and purchase some more or get another ship onto this, which I do have the Steam Bream, but I wanted to talk about this island really quick. Actually, I don't think I need this ship right now. You ever head over to Margaret Hunt's? So that's offers. Trying to see which one would probably be the best here. Actually, yeah, confirm that really quick. I want to see right over here. So biscuits is probably the best one of the lot. No? Yeah, okay. So we'll use this ship to go from Margaret Hunt and purchase all of her biscuits, right? And we're going to bring those also to Nova Prosperitum as well. Now let's talk about the island of Fowl's Landing. Why have we actually talked about, or why do we name it Fowl's Landing? Because it's not that other specialist in the game that is the cigar daddy, okay? Fowl, a channel subscriber, longtime Rantian, is the real cigar daddy. So I named an island after you. And guess what you're going to be producing on here, my friend? A whole bunch of cigars. Premium quality Fowl cigars. Oh my god. Okay, so I've never smoked a day in my life, but I would try one of these. Why? Because I trust this man. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a whole bunch of tobacco plantations around here. And then I'm anticipating in the back corner over here, this is where we're going to be having a lot of the cigar factories themselves. Hopefully we will have enough of the reinforced concrete in order to do that. I think we should. I don't know exactly where the reinforced concrete is. We have 222. Okay, that's actually pretty good. The other thing is, and this is very cool to me, I have pretty much reached the point that cigars might actually become or be provided to the volunteers for their happiness requirements, right? But at the same time, the film reels are pretty damn decent to sell. At the moment, though, I'm going to get this ship off this route because normally we can sell these things for like 3.2k a pop, and I don't want to sell them when they're dirt cheap like this. So let's rebuild this one first. And the thing with Fowl's Landing is it also needs to take this whole bunch of clay over to Nova Prosperitum because, as you can see, we've run out of bricks. Okay, that's not good. So we need to get the brick production back up and running. And unfortunately, it was with the Steam Brim that I was going to do that with, but that's not a big deal. I can just go over here and get a... You know, I'll get a pair of clippers actually built over here. Look how empty this front end is. It's just been constant moving to the back end over here. And I gotta say, the back end of Nova Prosperitum is actually looking a lot nicer than what I envisioned it to be. It only sucks because I can't actually do beautification work, but I think I've done an okay job so far. The other thing is that we are running out of like citrus, camphor wax, all that stuff, and that is because, like, for example, over here, Caldera de Fuego, it only has 4, okay? It already has 4 of these orchards, right? But I need to boost the living hell out of this, otherwise we're going to run out of stuff, right? So that's where Miscondo comes into play. If you recall before, I went ahead and purchased these really important items, and these ones are fantastic for orchards, and something that I actually use in the expert campaign when I've spammed a whole bunch of trade unions. So the hand pollination method is fantastic because of the productivity bonus. The workforce need going above sucks along the maintenance cost for this scenario in particular. But the forest density, that's what I'm looking for. Forest density and productivity. Same goes with the optimized pruning. So we're going to be expending a lot of our workforce into these, right? And I really want to just set Boscondo just for, you know, the orchards because I hate the layout of the island, as I've mentioned many times before. So I'm thinking about like maybe this side and this side being the city itself or the little settlement, and everything else around is going to be orchards and literal warehouses. That's it. I may not even need to go too far into this. I might be able to get like an orchard or two over here. The only downside to this is that it does actually have some materials. Like the mineral deposit over here is not too bad with 1,420 of the minerals in there. But I was also looking over here at Capua, and Capua also does have mineral deposits, which are pretty substantial as well. So this is not a bad combination here. Along with that, we do need to boost our saltpeter works, which we do have this whole area mapped out. Only issue is we actually have to get them up to Obreras, and that is going to be the plan. I've also gone ahead, and in order to get a little bit more saltpeter, what you can do is you can build these alpaca farms because they will produce some extra saltpeter for you, like once every 4 minutes, I guess. It's not very fast, but it is a good passive way of getting some, and that's what we really want to see. So right now with the Caladan, I want to see about actually, what can we do? Well, we can always go ahead and pre-plan where we want all these farm fields to be, and then ultimately we are going to need to have a whole bunch of the Obreros. That is just without contestation. Actually, you know what? I'll do this. I need to get some of that clay here right now so I can at least start off on this. So I'm going to set the route at least over to Nova Prosperitum with the Caladan until my ships are actually built. And let's take a look at other things that we're doing across this territory. We have Arrakis that's just pumping out a whole bunch of ethanol and celluloids, but the thing about it is, right, we're also taking some over to Nova Prosperitum as well. That way we can actually get some perfume going. Perfume is also something that the artistas would want, but the problem is that they go through a lot of it. So we actually have 4 of these things built. Why don't you have what you need? Are you serious? You're out of aluminum profiles again? Okay, well, I mean, if that's the case, then just stop. There's no point in you working. So they do want perfumes. The only thing I'm concerned about is that we're actually going to run out. Yeah, like right here, we've run out of corn. And that is a corn ship coming in. So more than likely, over here on Real Ralto, we're going to have to expand upon the corn a little bit more. And it sucks because we have to wait for these guys to actually load and unload the stuff. I think I have 2 ships on this. I have 2 ships on this, but yet they're running out of corn that fast. It sucks. It really sucks. What I might actually do here as well is go ahead and put one of these cool little loading cranes. The problem with these things are they actually require you to use fuel for it. I don't know what that decision was all about. We were first plus 100,000, now we're minus 100,000. Don't worry, it's not going to be the end of the world. But yeah, we definitely need to boost the celluloid production, and these guys definitely need the wax. But it's a good thing that we have the film reels actually being processed. I really like to see that. And they go for so much. The actual cinema is fantastic with regards to its range, and it processes film reels once every 3 minutes. So we can overproduce on this and sell it like no tomorrow. And if you want to see how much as we've sold 161,000 tons of goods for the most part. Here's the thing, though. I am thinking about actually putting up a poll. I'm going to see how this video does, of course. I'm going to put up a poll, and I'm going to ask the community, do you guys want to just go to the end of 500,000 and then we put the final, exhibit in and finish out the scenario with gold? Or have we seen enough of Pride and Peddlers? I just put the exhibit in here and we finish out the scenario. I'm going to be asking that at some point. I'll probably put the post up whenever the video goes the day after this video goes live. That's a good way of gauging. Or maybe actually I'll put it up on Monday. Yeah, I think I'll put it up on Monday. That'll probably be a better time. Also, Steve, I need a whole bunch of names, man. You see how many ships I have over here? I need a whole bunch of names. Okay, Morning Dew. Let's swap the skins to what we want and the Griffin. All right, cool. So I'm going to put, where's my clay route? I'm going to put the Griffin on this route. And immediately get that to start. Where's the Caladan right now? More than likely it's the end of this. It's coming back to Nova Prosperity. I'm going to take it off the route now that I actually have one of those set. And I want to see how much corn Ducal Garino actually has. Okay, so Ducal Garino is actually still pretty good when it comes to the corn. So what I'm going to do with that other clipper is I'm going to take corn from here as well over to Arrakis, because apparently Arrakis is just, it needs so much corn. It loves corn. It goes to Chipotle and only orders corn on the burrito. I actually, fun fact, every time I go to Chipotle, hasn't been a lot recently. I'll tell you guys a little story, actually. You guys don't know what Chipotle is. It is essentially a fast food version of Mexican food. I think that's probably a bit. They call it a Mexican grill, but you go in, you place your order. They go through, like, they ask you want white rice, brown rice, black beans, pinto beans, etc., etc., and you go down the line, and eventually you pay for it at the end, right? But the last time that my mother and I actually went, they were just so rude. Like, I'm not a Karen, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a Karen, but I'm gonna be real. If someone wants to be disrespectful, they don't want to actually, like, you can tell from the persona that someone just does not want to be there today. That is what we got, because once the burritos were done, the lady at behind the counter literally shoved the burritos towards my mother, and you could tell a shove from a push or a gentle slide, right? This was a shove. I'm like, excuse you? My mom's just like, don't even bother. Don't even bother. I'm like, she just pushed the food in your direction, and you don't want me to bother? Like, hello? I'm not that much of an outspoken person, but there's one individual in the world you don't want to piss off, especially if you upset my mother, and that's me. I will go to town on you, and I don't care who it is. So, needless to say, I wrote them a very sharply worded letter, and I told them that their staff here are absolute dog water. So hopefully we'll see what happens with all that. I don't expect a refund or anything. I just kind of did it because they just disrespected my mother. If it was just to me, I wouldn't have cared. Okay, I just genuinely would not have cared. Also here on Buena Costa, which is a absolute beast of a machine, it has been producing a whole bunch of rum and absinthe like crazy. Okay, so we actually probably have another full load of absinthe in here. Oh, no, well, we not full load, but we do have a decent amount. And that's a good amount of ethanol as well. Coconut oil going down really sucks, though. That's -8 already? Oh, because they're not... Well, I don't have them on here anymore. Okay, so we're probably going to run out of the perfume at some point. How much do we even have in our stockpile? Probably not a lot. Yeah, it's just teetering on the edge. I do not like the perfumes. If I can just stop making them, which I'm seriously considering doing, I will probably just do that. Because this ethanol could be used so in much better sources than this. It's incredible. But at the same time, I do want to try to get over here. So we are at 4,990 artistas, and I do want to unlock the city hospital and obviously the scooters to see what's going on. But we're going to have to upgrade a whole bunch of these Panaderos to Obreros first in order for me to do that. So let's get these guys upgraded. And then we'll start upgrading these guys. Oh, we need bricks for this. Ugh. Okay. Well, start that up. I can't believe it. That is terrible. I don't... Why do they actually have to put limitations on the bricks? I don't know. They know that I like bricks, apparently. They are trying to hog bricks away from me. That is pretty much what I believe is happening. I guess what we could do, for the sake of this episode, is continue to bring some more of the houses over here, because I really want to just empty out this front end. How can we do this to make it... Well, I can put these guys here. And I'll just go ahead and... Oh, I copied them. That's great. That's great. Love that for me. I'll put them on this side. I'll take this guy, put you here, and this guy, I'll put you... You can go over here. I think we're gonna need 2. It's more so where the marketplace is actually placed. We'll go grab 2 more of these. I don't think 2 will fit in here. It's just gonna be 1. Okay. I have to do a little bit of relocation work. I want this to look nice. So we'll move you to like there. Okay. Move these guys over down to here. I think we can build right in there as well. So let's go and grab this one and this one. Nice. So then this whole area is pretty much donezo. I guess over here we can put the other hospital that I have, and that'll definitely fill out this spot. I want to move these alpaca farms over to the other side. I'm not sure about moving these guys quite yet. I definitely feel like we need some more time. The coffee plantations, on the other hand, they can probably be moved, because now this whole area is empty. How big is one? Let me just see. Yeah, you know what? We can probably bring him over here now. I think this is actually the call. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. This is going to really open up a lot of space for us. Look at my game lagging. That actually works so damn well. I'm not even kidding. It looks nice. Just gonna have to move the marketplace just a little bit and fix the last farm over there. And actually, let's get rid of these first, because those are blueprints. I think we got rid of everything. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's move the marketplace over to this side, and then we'll move all of these guys. Awesome. Oh, no, we do not want to do that, because I don't have enough bricks, apparently. Why would it want to do that to begin with, though? I'm just relocating. What is it trying to... Oh, you know what? No, it might actually be the little bits of the farm over there. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna... Oh, my ears! Oh, God. Oh. Okay, listen. Don't ever do what I just did. That hurts so bad. Ow. But now at least this area is open. Oh, I'm seeing stars. That really was loud. Jesus Christ. Okay, put this guy over here. Yeah, I know you don't have a warehouse. I'm fixing it. And with you... How do you not have a warehouse close by? Oh. I see. There we go. Problem solved. But now we have to fix this guy up a little bit. Actually, no, we're fine. How is it you don't have access to the warehouse? Oh, it's too far. It actually is too far. Okay. Then I will put you here, because that's going to be in the middle for everybody. And it looks like we're getting a decent amount of the bricks back in, so that's fantastic. The cool thing on Fowl's Landing is we have 4 deposits of clay, and right now we're just tapping into 2. But what we would like to do immediately is get some depots over here to extend and expand upon the actual storage capacity of the island. Those are the words I was looking for. The storage capacity of the island, because 75 is just not going to cut it. This one has 460 left. This one has 110. This one's kind of on the smaller end, but the other clay pits have a decent amount in there, so I'm happy about that. We should get this back up to 850, and it will be just fine. I think we do have another warehouse over here that we're not using. Yeah, we actually have 2. So let's move this guy actually where we had this one. That'll be pretty good. And then we'll get this one, and I can't fit him in here. I guess I'll put him over here for now until I fix up this road. And that'll definitely help out with every single one of these farms, providing all the lovely coffee back into them. But now we do have some more room back there, so I want to remove, like, this one, this bar, over to, like, right here. And we need to definitely make sure we have the warehouse still close by. So we do have that one. And let's move... Well, we can move the trade union. I kind of feel like putting the trade union with everybody. Let's put the trade union right over there. This warehouse is kind of ridiculous at this. I don't know. I don't think we need it. I can get rid of it for resources, actually. Same goes with this fire station. And then we'll get rid of all of these roadways. This is kind of like... It feels to me like I've set up an industrial complex. That is what's happening. And I'm constantly moving these things around just to make sure we have room. And now that we have a whole bunch of room back here, that means we can move probably the rest of the settlement over there. Let's get over here. So for my subscribers who play Total War Warhammer 3, I have a question for you, because this is actually, it's starting to bother me. I've been researching on the forums a little bit, but I haven't been able to come up with any, like, concrete proof that this is indeed the issue. So, in my downtime, I have been playing Total War Warhammer 3. Okay, a lot. Honestly, because I kind of have a tendency of staying up a little bit too late from time to time working on the second monitor that I do have. I do also have Total War Warhammer working. The question that I do have is, do you guys find that your game randomly crashes out of nowhere, like, and you don't get an error code out of it? That is what's been happening with me, and I will also segue in saying this. Apparently on the forums, there are people that are saying that because of the new DLC that came out, the Thrones of Decay, it's actually caused the game to be destabilizing. So I'm wondering, are you guys also facing a similar issue, or is there something else going on that I need to really think about? Because I've tried every fix, okay? I don't, nothing is working. I've uninstalled the game, I've verified the integrity of the game files 3 times, I've uninstalled and reinstalled it about 4 times. I've deleted it, delete the Warhammer 3 application itself. I went through the files and deleted that one. I've pretty much done everything I could possibly think of, and it's still doing the exact same thing. I'm curious, would another block like this fit in here? It would, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and do that with the remaining homes that I have. And look at that, it's actually just perfect. Nice. So yeah, if you guys do have the game, please let me know if it's happening with you, and if you do have a fix and it's working for you, please let me know, because I'm on my Warhammer kick, and if I do not satisfy that need, it just becomes very, very, very bad. And I didn't really know what else to talk about while moving these buildings over to the other side, really. I'll go ahead and put these guys over here. And with all these ones moved, we actually fully have the territory of Nova Prosperitum actually all in the same place once more with the beach need. These guys are going to be happy. I'm happy for them. Why am I happy for them? Well, because I guess I could have moved these. Because I'm going to get more money and more people out of it. That's fantastic. Love to see it. 2 more little housing blocks. And I'm not sure if we actually will be able to fit every single one of them. Actually, I think we can. Yeah, we can. We'll just do something like this. I'll take this one over here. So we're actually going to be 4 homes short. Cool, cool. And bada bing, bada boom. All of the homes that we had in the front end here are gone. They are gone. And they're back here now. So I guess in this little corner, I can go ahead and put the chapel. And I'll put that thing right in the middle. We do have the police station. I do still believe that these guys, the volunteer workforce, are going to, at some point, be a little bit angry. So I'm going to put them there. Along with that, I do not believe we need the marketplace. Oh, no, wait, we do. Yeah, we do. I think what I'll do is I'm going to move this guy over here. Probably paving all these roads is going to help. But for the time being, I'm going to put this other marketplace over here. I think this one is just the issue. Uh-huh. Because you guys were fine. Okay, here's the deal. Let's move that over here and this over here, and then I'll move the marketplace over here. I think that'll be a little bit better. Yeah. That works, because it was mainly these guys in the middle that was posing the problem. And we'll finish that up like so. Put that around there. See, like, I won't even need to consider moving the tobacco fields at this point. I actually like the contrast here. And that works, because then I'm going to go ahead and build a whole bunch more of these lovely outhouses over here, and then probably be able to send some of the premium fertilizer towards Fowl's Landing. That way we can actually get a whole bunch of stuff from there too. Okay, pause. It's 2 seconds before we have to stop all of our ships from purchasing the very important goods from the NPCs. You saw how fast I was with that one? You need to be that fast with that as well, because the moment it hits 0, like what it's doing now, the prices are going to spike. So, we need to find those routes. Delete that route. That's okay. Delete this route, and delete this route. I do not know where they are, but luckily they did not purchase anything. This one is right over here. This one was about to purchase something, but we'll keep it right over here. And this one was heading back, so that's also pretty good. $1 million dung event, another negative event, which sucks, but, I mean, it's still okay for us. I'm going to keep these clippers kind of, like, in reserve over here. What we'll probably have to do... Actually, the Puerco Invicto, I would like you to come over here, because what we're going to have to do is eventually start ferrying some more resources over to Fowl's Landing. And what I'll probably end up doing is in the next episode, I'm not going to go through a skip, because I really want to work on this island. What we're going to do is we're going to build up Fowl's Landing as much as possible, so we have a whole bunch of lovely tobacco fields over in here. We do also have a decent amount of oil fields, so I want to say that we can actually, get a lot of the fuel from here for quite some time, and that before we actually entertain talking to one of the NPCs up here, because the thing about it is, right, they do still have fuel, and they do replenish it rather quickly. But it's only really those two. The Admiral never sells any fuel. He wants to purchase fuel from us. And I think we actually made a good choice when it came to the pocket watches. Definitely. The fur coats for sure. Let's see how much we actually have in here now. Okay, so we have 418 fur coats. We have 425 pocket watches. We have 345 biscuits. And we have 354 absinthe, which the last of that list... We also have 50 cognac, but whatever. The last of the list we're actually producing. That's the best part of this. I love the fact that I can actually produce a black market good that doesn't actually require me to go through one of the rarest freaking resources in this damn game, being iron. You know, I love that. Along with the fact that Arrakis once again is producing a whole bunch of ethanol, which means we have the corn situation somewhat sorted, I suppose. That's not for us, but that was just a corn route that was delivered. And I believe you are bringing over sugarcane, so there must be a ship over here that's actually waiting to pick up the corn. Where is the other corn ship? Hello? I'm confused. Well, let's open this. That's also cotton fabric. And then there's another one over here. So we're going to go ahead and get this. And yeah, you know, Pride and Peddlers, it's a very fun scenario. The only thing about it is it takes forever. And it's really, if you want to go for a completionist strat, you know. If you don't intend on going for the completionist strat, then by all means, you can stop it whenever. You can stop it when you actually get to, like, silver, you know. That's totally fine. It depends. I think I need to connect this, otherwise the other side is going to get angry with me. Or we actually had some connection somewhere. Oh, through back here, maybe. But yeah, the whole scenario, it is rather fun. I will say. The only issue with it is it does take forever. It's definitely not like Seasons of Silver, which the moment that you start, you're put into time constraints and you have to fight against the NPCs in order to actually get what you want in that time frame. Which I'm certain mine glitched out. That's the problem. I honestly think when I did that scenario the second time, and I actually did get the requirements to get the gold. I should have had the gold, honestly. It didn't work. So I'm not entirely certain what happened with that resulted in that happening, but you know, it is what it is. We all know Anno 1800 likes to glitch out from time to time, so not a big deal. What is the issue over here? Yeah, citrus. How about we actually get a couple more over here? We might want to expand upon the whole citrus thing. How many things we have in here? Yeah, I don't feel like... I do... Wait, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I think I remember. I have something in here. I have a book. I have a book. Okay. Taking over this book. And I'm going to take over some bricks as well. Take over 100 bricks, because now we have a stable clay route coming in. We're going to bring this over to Real Ralto. And then in the next episode, we are going to be focusing on building up Fowl's Landing and seeing some cigars hopefully be produced from there. We are going to need to get another Torcetto Lucia. We're also going to have to get a... We already had a turbine engine in there, so that's pretty good. Also bring over some of the reinforced concrete. That's also good that we have 222 left. And I'm ending it out by looking at one of our clippers because Fowl really, really enjoys sailing ships. And I did make him a promise. Hey, look, there's a scrubbing buddy. I did make him a promise that as many times as I'm capable of incorporating sailing ships into my content that he loves and enjoys, I'm going to do my best to make that happen. So, you know, buddy, and everybody, I always pay attention to what you're saying. All right, so until next time, my friends, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know it was more informative than it was actual gameplay, but moving the city all the way over to this side is pretty awesome. But now, the usual spiel at the end. Please consider like, comments, and subscribing. Hitting that bell button, sharing it with your friends, and I'll catch you in the next episode, my Rantians.